Yo, what's up? This is LB back at y'all with another one. Shout out to my brother Taking TB, Mahar Nate Sports Podcast, 2 Raw for TV, Black Reality TV, KQKC Boxing Network, along with the other brothers and Lions Den basketball community. Make sure you go subscribe to the respective channels. Also, give the video a like, hit the subscribe. Let's talk about this. So, this article is coming from CNN where you had the vice president at a church event, and the choir had about 100 men and women just singing to the heavens, right? Nobody social distancing, only a handful of people, including the vice president, wearing masks. And this is why we're in the state of affairs we're in right now. What up, Sean Taylor? So this goes on to say that a choir of more than 100 people performed without masks at a robustly attended event in Texas at the First Baptist Church on Sunday that featured a speech by Vice President Mike Pence. Nearly 2,200 people attended the Celebrate Freedom rally in the Lone Star State, according to rally organizers, which have seen a severe surge in Covidius Maximus cases since easing restrictions. The venue capacity for the indoor event was close to 3,000, organizers say. Now, throughout the service, the members of the choir sang at full volume behind an orchestra. Between songs, the choir member put their mask on, but when they sat down, according to pool reports from the event. Now, the members of the choir had space between them, but it was not the recommended 6 feet distance. Now, face masks at the event were strongly encouraged, with signs posted at the venue signaling the suggestion. But this is my thing. Why is so many people at that church anyway, knowing the situation we're in right now? Oh my gosh, man. Anyway, so according to pool reports from the event, at least half the crowd was wearing the face covering, an act which experts said can reduce the transmission by as much as 50%. Now, choir rehearsals and performance became a focal point early in the course of the pandemic with an outbreak with a 122-member choir in Washington State becoming the subject of an in-depth report of the CDC in prevention. Now, according to the report, 87% of the singers attended the rehearsal contracted the deadly virus. Now, when Pence arrived at the event, he was wearing a mask. He also brought Senator John Cornyn. He's a Republican out of Texas. And, the resident coon, Ben Carson, who is a neurosurgeon, but yet he is the Housing, Urban, and Development Secretary. Whatever, right? Now, Pence said in the interview that aired Sunday that people should listen to state and local officials on wearing masks in public. Okay, so this is the thing. And this is the thing I have a problem with, right? You sitting up there saying that everybody should listen to state and local authorities, whatever like that, yet you're not following protocol. The president's not following protocol. Shout out to Sean Taylor, TJ Starts. Salute to Gwen Marie, the Intelligence Cycle, and Real Facts TV. Salute to all y'all in the building. Appreciate y'all. You can't sit up here and say that, hey, listen to state and local authorities, right? I mean, y'all are not. This is the protocol that the federal government has set, and yet people have continued to not follow protocol. And this is why we have over 120-something thousand more deaths. And this will continue to rise because people think, oh, well, it ain't happened to me, so, I guess I'm good. And look, this is my thing. If you want to gamble with your life, go right ahead. But don't gamble with your life at the expense of mine. Don't put my life in danger because all of a sudden now, I'm so tired of staying in the house, so I want to go out and do what I want to do and not follow protocol. What up, Hitman X? Now, this goes on to say Texas has become a hotspot in recent weeks, along with Arizona and Florida and Georgia and South Carolina, forcing Republican Governor Greg Abbott to issue executive order limiting certain businesses and services in order to prevent further community spread. Because look, this is the thing: when you recommend something to somebody, some people will take that as man, that ain't mandatory. I ain't doing that shit. And then when it's mandatory, you still got people out here that say, man, I ain't doing that shit. You know, just a couple months ago, I did a video about how people were protesting staying at home. They were protesting staying at home, and on top of that, they go on to say that, oh, well, you know, you violated my constitutional rights. So let me understand something. Not only did you violate protocol, right? You violate protocol, you left your house, got into your car, you drove to the spot that you're going to protest at. You got outside, did your protest or whatever like that in front of the governor's house or wherever. You got back in your car, you stopped to get gas in the burger, you got back home. So how did your constitutional rights get violated again? Okay. You're violating protocol, yet you're complaining about your constitutional rights getting violated. Okay, whatever. Fuck out of here. Now they've been doing some misleading and misguiding and putting up misinformation, and this is why we're in the situation we're in now. And you still, despite all the warnings from health officials, drop it off at the door. Hold on a second. Thanks, man. You too. All right, I'm back. You know, my food came in. Feels great. We'll eat this food here in a little while. But anyway, see, and this is the problem I have, you know, when it comes to a pandemic like this, right? This is not the time to have leadership to put out bad information. This is definitely not the time for leadership to put out bad information. And what it does is it confuses people. Look, look. When it comes to this, there's always going to be that extreme. That is going to be like, man, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna do what I want to do. Ain't nobody can tell me what to do. Right? There's always going to be those people, and then there's always going to be those people. The other side that's going to be like, look, man, whatever they do, I'm gonna follow protocol. I'm gonna maintain my social distance. I'm gonna wear a mask. Look, whatever people in the health department say to do, I'm gonna do. There's always gonna be that extreme sort of people. But then again, you got these people in the middle because they don't know what to believe. Because you know, 1 minute they're putting out this information, and then you have the president come right behind them and say, no, 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 you ain't got to do that. I'm not going to wear a mask and all that. And it clouds people's judgment. And then what ends up happening is if you're in an area where if you're one demographic that's not wearing a mask, you will get held accountable. But yet another side that's doing the exact same thing, and all they get is a warning, or they don't even get talked to. And that's why we're in the situation we're in. I mean, it's and this is and the thing about this is it is so simple. It is so simple. Now they could have gotten away with it at first because you know people were out here being gluttons and all that, buying out all the masks, buying out all the hand sanitizer, buying out all the toilet paper, even though the toilet paper is starting to make a comeback now, right? But now things are starting to come back into production. You ain't got no excuse to not wear a mask. You don't have no excuse to not social distance. You don't have no excuse to not follow protocol from licensed, qualified health experts. Donald Trump is not a licensed health expert. When he's running around here telling you to drink bleach and shine a light in your ass and all that, look, if bleach killed you in 1970, I'm pretty sure it's going to kill you in 2020, right? Now, as far as back as I can remember, I'm pretty sure that when you bought cleaner, bleach, disinfectant, whatever like that, right, there would be a label on the back that you would read to tell you, hey, maybe if I got this in my eye, I need to wash my eye out for like 15 minutes. So if this is going to irritate me if I were to spray this in my eye, what makes you think it's going to kill a virus if you put it in your mouth? Duh! And yet, we still got people calling the CDC asking questions about, hey, is it safe to drink bleach? Look, if I worked at the CDC, right, and someone called me and talking about, hey, is it safe to drink Clorox? I'm probably going to hang up on them. No, before I hang up on them, I'll be like, look, read the back of the label. Click. But when you got a president that's sitting up there and put out this misinformation, and this is what happens. I mean, just about a month ago when he put that out. Now, mind you, Friday was the first day that they put out that they had a task force meeting, but you notice who wasn't there? Trump wasn't there. It was Mike Pence, but Mike Pence, he was putting out bullshit saying that cases are going down and all 50 states are starting to open up and all that type of shit. Salute to the Queen Juanetta Thomas in the building. What up, Ill Will? Really? Really? But it's no good to put out the whole a briefing if you're just gonna put out bullshit. There's nothing productive. That was a waste of time that I'm not going to get back. Really, it was a whole waste of time. Of hey, well cases are going down. Meanwhile, if you just go to the New York Times or whatever publication you get your information from, and just look at the tracker, and you can see that 29 states were spiking. Then there was another report allegedly that the Florida governor was running around here, cooking the books on numbers. Now, for those of you not aware of what cooking the books mean, cooking the books is a financial slang term that means someone's out there finagling numbers to make things look better than what they really are. That's what cooking the books mean. Okay, so basically, he was telling people, hey, finesse the numbers a little bit so that way we can make the numbers look good and all that. Meanwhile, and that's the thing that really pisses me off about Florida. This is the thing that really pisses me off about the NBA, because Craig Hodges, if you looked at Barbershop Conversations interview with Craig Hodges today, right? You looked at that conversation. He talked about the rings that they wearing, and the ring will tell you within 72 hours if you contracted the virus, right? He also said that the vice president won't go down to Florida because there's two things about Florida. One, they was going to do a rally. Two, they was going to go down to Jacksonville and do a Republican National Convention down there. Right? So if the vice president don't feel safe going to Florida, what makes the NBA think that going to a bubble is going to work? I mean, are we that desperate to watch basketball? Look, I like basketball like the next person. I like watching it. I like talking about it. I like flaming them out like the fucking barbecue chicken he is. Right? But that is not enough for me to sit up here and watch people's lives be at risk all for entertainment. It's clearly about money. So we can go say, hey, NBA, you can play basketball, but yet you can tell the G League, or you know what, we'll just cancel the season to the G League. How does that make sense? So you cancel the G League season, but yet you don't cancel an NBA season? It's clearly about money. It's clearly about money, and it's all for that buck dancing ass Stephen A. Smith and that toucan Sam Nick Wright looking motherfucker that have a talking point on TV. And then you get the LeBron. Now, if you're a LeBron James fan, I'm not talking about you. But if you're a LeBron James dick rider, I am talking about you. So if LeBron James and the Lakers win the NBA Finals, then you're gonna have these dick riders come out here and say, see, LeBron James, man, he pull it up no matter what, but they're not gonna want to hear you justify why your team didn't win it. Because if a person caught the virus, or the person chooses to sit out because they might be concerned about their well-being and their family's well-being. But if somebody else wins the tournament outside LeBron or wins the NBA championship, then they're gonna cook up the excuse. Well, the Lakers were rolling, and then we had this pandemic, and then so it caused the season to be canceled. So it really messes with the team's momentum and all this type of shit. I'm telling y'all what the play is, right? I'm telling y'all what the play is, and to me, it's a mistake. Now, the NFL has canceled. They already came out and canceled the Hall of Fame game for August, right? But yet, we're going to push through this, right? Y'all got to talk about. I just don't understand. I don't understand. And now I just read a report that Buddy Hield has tested positive. Buddy Hield has tested positive. Alex Len has tested positive. So they're in isolation right now. But yet, we're going to sit up here and try to watch these games, right? I'm telling y'all, this is insane what's going on right now. But yet, people gonna continue to be people, and you know what? Y'all can go to the club, and like when my homeboy, he down in South Carolina right now. They say clubs is packing to the. People are going to the club left and right. There's like lines going out the door. People hanging off the ceiling just to go to the club, listen to some art, listen to some rap, get a girl, get a phone number, and grind on they do some fucking dry hopping on their dick and shit. I don't get it, man. This thing we can easily defeat this thing. So you mean to tell me, through all the science and through all the data, you got other countries like New Zealand that's beating the virus and things like that? Like New Zealand, like it's like total lockdown in New Zealand right now. Like if you go there, you're automatically put in quarantine, whether you got it or not. If you go to New Zealand, you're automatically in quarantine status. And now, not only that, you got countries that are literally banning the United States travelers from going to Europe. Yeah, they shut down the Olympics and moved to next year, one of them. Next year they're gonna try again for the Olympics in Tokyo. They just shut down all the bars and clubs again out there. Yeah, I know, man, because people out there, they're not taking this shit seriously. So then it really pisses me off when I hear people say, "Oh man, 1%, man, this thing got a 1% death rate, and it's not all that serious." And I was like, really? You say you'd rather watch some chicks on IG right now? Shit, I know, motherfucker. I take it a step further. Real facts. There's motherfuckers out there watching pornos right now. You know, they're watching Draymond Green, the dancing bear. Motherfuckers out there watching the dancing bear porno. You know, that's the porn star that dress up in the bear, goes on in the fuck, goes on in the little party or whatever like that. You know, with the dick out. You know, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, for real. So salute to Brandon Nicholson in the chat. Man, for real, man, this thing's serious, man. I just don't know how much you got to stress to people. Look, maintain social distance, wear masks, right? There's people out there. I don't know if y'all saw what happened, but there was instances early on where people were like spitting in the food and you know, just randomly like going to the aisles with the ice cream mat and licking the ice cream and then putting it back inside the fucking freezer or whatnot. People are out there doing that shit. And then just recently, you had a woman not out in the supermarket. I forgot what time that was. She did that, and she was going around. She was spitting on people. She was going around coughing and spitting on people. I tell you right now, motherfucker cough on me, they getting their ass beat on sight. Tell you right now, motherfucker getting kicked in the nuts, and I'm gonna stomp them like the cockroach they are. Period. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. You know, churches should not be gathering with massive amounts of people. I know out here in Virginia, they're not doing that. Ain't no church open. They said, look, we are closed until further notice. You know why they don't talk about that, Juanetta? You know why they don't talk about that? Because their cases are significantly lower. The cases of the COVID in Africa is significantly lower. Now, the only place that you have somewhat of a question is in South Africa, right? But outside of that, the cases are significantly lower. Because people are actually doing what they're supposed to do. They got government out there. They actually trust their government. You know, government not trying to mislead them. They're not trying to, you know, they're not deceiving them. You know, that's the difference between the countries that have the virus contained versus countries like the United States and Brazil and Russia. What they got? What those three countries have in common? Oh, those are the three countries that have the most cases. No, I mean just Florida alone had 9,000 yesterday. 9,000. 9,000 cases. How the hell you run around here with 9,000 cases? But you leave it up to them. You know, oh man, you know, man, I can't. You know, the cure can't be worse than the disease. What the fuck does that mean? What does that mean? The cure can't be worse than the disease. So we're just gonna go continue to be ignorant? So you just use any little thing to justify you being ignorant, right? Okay. Man, I don't know what to say about this, man, but you know, and I remember another story out here in Virginia, down in Richmond. You had a pastor who failed to maintain social distance, who defied the government's orders as to, you know, close all your churches and things like that, and he ended up dying from it. He ended up dying from it. Not only he ended up dying from it, but his daughter caught it as well. But hey, look, just because we got these provisions in place, man, and you know, don't give motherfucker the green light to be ignorant, man. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I think that's the main reason why we're in the situation we're in now, because you know, people are confused and people be ignorant. Now, that being said, we got a lot of people out here. Look, Lamont, I'm talking about something serious, right? You have a better chance of obliterating the toilet after you eat some bad Mexican food than you have obliterating me, any topic. Now, meanwhile, back in the motherfucking ranch, I was having a friendly discussion about this whole pandemic that's going on that's killing people left and right. Now, we're in a situation now where a lot of people don't have the money and don't have the flexibility to stay home. They don't. They don't have the flexibility to stay home. They have to go to work. That means your grocery personnel, your people that do the stocking, all that. They have to go to work because you just can't flat out say, well, I'm not going to work because I don't feel comfortable about the situation. You can't do that, right? Because if you do that, then they'll come back and fire you, or well, yeah, more likely they'll just fire you. And then the unemployment that a lot of people are getting, that's going to end. That's going to end next month. At the end of next month, unemployment is going to stop. You had Larry Kudlow, another Trump lackey, basically come on TV and pointed that out. We are going to stop. We're going to stop the unemployment checks on July 31st. He has came out and flat out told everybody this. What up, Craig J? Salute to my homie Craig J in the building. Right, y'all want to donate? That's my Cash App. That's my PayPal. Right? He's told everybody this. It's like almost they're trying to will this thing out of existence. Right? Look, this ain't a fucking Green Lantern movie where you get a power ring and you just like, oh, we're gonna push through. We're gonna push through. We're gonna will this thing out of existence, right? Okay. Look, the only reason why we got this going on because Trump wants a talking point for the next election. They already made this thing out to be the great American comeback. Look, the dude is a motherfucking scumbag, okay? Trump is a fucking scumbag. Let's just be honest about the situation, okay? And anybody come in my chat room talk about Trump 2020, well, on June 28, 2020, your ass can go to the fucking trash can. In other words, I'm going to block your ass from here to Afghanistan. Now, I'm just fair warning, so don't come in my chat room and talk about Trump 2020. So you mean to tell me Canada can take care of their people and give them X amount of, $4,000 a month for the next 6 months or whatever like that, right? But yet, us here in the United States, we're supposed to be the richest country in the history of the world, right? But yet, we give up one $1,200 stimulus package. One $1,200 stimulus package. And then you had that ass wipe Steve Mnuchin, who should be in fucking jail right now. Well, I'm gonna talk about that here in a second, Craig J. I'm gonna talk about that here in a second. I saw that earlier today. What up, Stephen Alexander? Salute to Steve Alexander in the building. Steve Mnuchin should be in fucking jail. No thanks to Kamala Harris. This motherfucker is the Treasury Secretary. He talking about one $1,200 stimulus package going to be good for up to 10 weeks. Now, mind you, $1,200 don't even cover rent in most cities. That don't even cover some people's child support. That don't even cover some people's car note. For real. But yet, we got, that was a one-time thing. One time. Okay. What up, 501 Shy Boy Zan? Salute to you, homie. Now, let's talk about what Craig J put this up, right? So, down in Florida, at a basically around an old folks home, right? You had a parade of people to where the people that was on the parade were Trump supporters. the people that were standing on the side were anti-Trump supporters, or Trump, or people that don't like Trump, right? So you had a dude in the golf cart roll up, and he basically like white power, and Trump tweeted that. He retweeted that. But we're gonna sit up here and paint Trump not to be a racist, right? This motherfucker is a racist, misogynist hack. Okay, when we had the sit down in Virginia 3 years ago with the thing down in Charlottesville where the guy literally ran his car through a crowd, killing a person in the process. I blame both sides. We got 5 people on both sides. What do you mean you got 5 people on both sides? Obviously, the people who were there, running through that town, doing that bullshit are not good people. You never got yours? That's crazy. You never got your money? That's insane. Oh, how about this? How about $1.4 billion got allocated to dead people? I bet that didn't get talked about. Did y'all know that $1.4 billion of that stimulus package was donated to dead people? But yet, he run around here talking about, oh, this is widespread voter fraud. They're putting dead people on the ballot, and they they forging signatures for dead people. Yeah, well, you heard what I said. There was a New York Times article alleging that there was $1.4 billion of that stimulus package, the $1,200 stimulus package, $1.4 billion of that went to dead people. Yep. You should already got your tax return back. If you need to call whoever and see what the hell going on. If you ain't got your tax return back, that's crazy. I know a lot of people that got their tax return back. For real, that's crazy right there within itself. But that's the leadership we have, man. And to be honest with you, I know you got a lot of black people running around here talking about, we need to vote for Joe Biden. For why? Why? Because he was Obama's vice president for 8 years? You need to do better than that. If that's your reason for voting for Joe Biden, you need to fucking do a reevaluation. And especially if you get, downtown Willie Brown side piece Kamala Harris to beat the vice president or Joe Biden running mate. Tell you right now, man. Everybody think that Joe Biden's gonna fix it and whatever like that, man. I'm telling y'all right now, he ain't gonna do it. What does he told black people specifically what he was gonna do for the black community? Oh, he ain't said shit, right? Yeah, Kamala Harris, man, when she was running for president, talking about the Lift Act, right? I got a Lift Act for you, Kamala Harris. You see what I just did? I just lifted my phone. Hey, Kamala Harris, guess what? I just lifted my remote control. That's my Lift Act right there. Shit, in a minute, I'm about to lift up this chicken drumstick and eat it. That's my Lift Act. I don't want no fucking Lift Act. I want reparations. And if those words, and if you like this, right? Oh, see, that's so foul. That is so foul. You on disability and you ain't received nothing? That is so foul. For real, man. But yet, these hacks, look, when I want to vote for somebody, I want to vote for somebody I want to vote for, not who you want me to vote for. You're not going to just prop some Negro in front of me and say, hey, you got to vote for this person. See, this person you're the same skin color as you. No. We already know what Kamala Harris is about. She ain't about shit. So if I know this woman ain't about shit, I'm getting another report that Derrick Jones Jr. for the Miami Heat has tested positive for the Covidius Maximus. Right? They just keep coming in, but yet the NBA is still going to go down there, right, man? Fuck out of here. Anywho, Kamala Harris, look, I'm an anti-Kamala Harris person, okay? She don't qualify. She does not qualify for nothing. But yet, I'm still perplexed as to how we can get on Amy Klobuchar for her record, but yet we're going to turn a blind eye to Kamala Harris's record when her record as a prosecutor is just as bad, if not worse. And yet, you got people out here talking about you need to go vote for who? Look, I write my own name on the ballot and vote for myself, vote for either one of those hacks. Because the way I see it, as far as I'm concerned, whoever wins, I still lose. Whoever wins, I still lose. Now, this systemic racism that's going on, look, it ain't going to happen overnight. It's going to take a long time to try to minimize it, because I don't think we can completely end it, but I think we can, do a good job of minimizing it, right? But what you talk about Andrew Gillum? Look, Winetta Thomas, I'm gonna have to disagree with you. Well, with Stacey Abrams, okay, maybe Stacey Abrams, yeah. I'll go with for the sake of the discussion, yeah, I'll go with Stacey Abrams. But for Andrew Gillum, the same guy that was found naked in a hotel room with a dude in a crack pipe, yeah, probably not. Probably not. And it's a shame because yeah, Derrick Jones Jr. got it now. Derrick Jones Jr. got the Covidius Maximus, yeah. But look, and this is the thing, I had high hopes for Andrew Gillum. You think they're gonna vote for a guy that was found naked in a hotel room with drugs and a gay dude? No. No. it probably not gonna happen. Oh man. Nope. Ain't no way in hell they gonna vote for that guy. He best to stay out the public eye. Every chance he get, anytime he try to run, they gonna throw that in his face, man. Every time you look, they gonna be a billboard up on him. So nope. It's just best that he stays out the public eye. But then again, Trump did a whole bunch of bullshit and he ended up president. So I mean, for what it's worth, hey. I know, Craig J. I know. I know exactly what happened. I wasn't trying to go in more detail than that. But yeah, he said he was in town for a wedding, ended up in a hotel room with a dude. Okay. And then, this is the thing, ain't like he ended up in the Marriott. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he was at the Hilton. It's not like he was at, what's the Ritz-Carlton. No, this motherfucker ended up at this motherfucker. When you walk and you look at the picture of that room, that shit, I know that carpet. That carpet looked like he stayed at a Motel 6. For real. You didn't know that happened? Oh my! What? Hey. Yeah. I mean, that's a hotel. They be, that's the kind of hotel they be filming porno videos at. Yeah, that's the kind of hotel they found Andrew Gillum at. I mean, the kind of hotel they film, like, Bank Bros wouldn't even film in hotels like that. I mean, maybe when they first started, but maybe when they first started, they were filming pornos in those kind of hotels. But if they really want to get cheap, they just got the back of the van. If they want to keep it cheap, I mean, why waste $40 at a Red Roof Inn or a goddamn what's that motherfucking that fucking the other one, Motel 6, and the one with all the not all the lights work at days in. Yeah, that would happen. Allegedly. Allegedly. So yeah, he tried to come up with some statement or whatever like that. But yeah, man, they don't upgrade the mansions, man. Bank Bros, Reality Kings, Brazzers, they don't do shit in no cheap ass fucking hotel. They do the mansions now. Exactly. But yeah, Andrew Gillum, man, that hey, yeah, man. I mean, that's going to pretty much haunt him, man. The fact that you got found in a hotel room with a gay dude and naked, passed the fuck out on drugs and shit. Yeah, man. But yeah, man, I'm gonna break on up out of here. Smash the like, hit the subscribe, man. This your boy. Scream at me.